Hi, I'm Lesley Koehnen of Village Health. Thank you so much for joining me today for Pilates abs and extension with the Pilates Overball. Like any new exercise routine, you want to consult with your physician first. Especially as you watch this one, you might want to consult with if you have a PT because we are going to be extending over the back of the ball. And if you have any sort of neck issues or if you tend to get dizzy, you can kind of watch this first and decide if you need to speak with your doctor before you begin. So you're going to grab your ball, you're going to need a mat, and let's go ahead and get started. So for this one, you're going to place this ball kind of in your mid-back, just below at the bottom part of your shoulder blades. And for each person, because we're built differently, you're going to have to try to find where it feels best for you, okay? So you might want to start with it just at the base of your shoulder blades. You want your knees bent with your feet flat. You're going to interlace your hands behind your head. And you're going to practice extending back over the ball. Now, when you extend back over the ball, if you're having a lot of pain, if you feel like you need to move the ball a little further down or a little further up, you can do that. If you have the ball too high, you're not going to really be able to go back. It's going to be more about your neck because you're not going to get up very high. You're going to get up to about here, and then you're going to have to use your neck to get you up higher, and you're not going to access those abdominals, okay? So notice where the ball is. It's kind of right in between my shoulder blades, really close to my shoulders and neck. So you're going to want to move that ball a little lower towards the bottom part of the shoulder blades. And like I said, every body is different, so you need to kind of try to find where it's best for you. So a couple of things before we start to do this movement. We're not trying to move our cervical spine, our neck too much. Our neck is going to stay in the same position. It's going to move in space, but it's going to be in the same position. So where my neck and cervical spine and head is here is where it's going to be when I go back. What's happening is I'm extending through my thoracic spine and opening up my breastbone. But notice my head and neck have not flexed or extended. And then I'm going to curl, and the curl is coming from that thoracic spine and my upper abdominals. And again, so there's a little shaking here as I come up because I'm not forcing it with my head and neck. I'm not pushing my chin or my face forward. I'm keeping my head heavy in my hands as I extend back and forth. So that's focus number one, is keeping that cervical spine pretty quiet. Now, the other way that we tend to cheat on this one, and we won't know it, and it won't cause us any pain if we're cheating, but that sometimes when we go back and then we go to curl, because we're a little weaker, we tend to overuse our glutes. So as we get to about here, we might, to get up higher, we might tuck our hips. I'm going to over exaggerate, but we might really squeeze our butt and tuck our pubic bone and tailbone up to help us get up. But we don't want to do that with this one. Today we want to try to keep those hips down. Try to keep that quiet. Try not to tuck. Try not to use your glutes too much. Keep them nice and jiggly. You're just going to inhale, go back again, keeping that cervical spine in one place and curling up. And just even demonstrating this, my abs are starting to hurt as I'm talking you through this. But it's inhale as you go back. Exhale as you curl up. I'm really starting to feel those abdominals. I'm feeling my right side more because I keep turning my head towards you, which is then putting more weight on this side. So you do want to try to stay centered with your body. But this is the work. You're going to inhale back and exhale. We're trying to increase the flexibility through the breastbone and behind the breastbone, that thoracic spine where the ball is. So I'm extending back. I'm getting more bend in my upper back. And then I'm exhaling and curling through those upper core muscles without overusing my glutes, and I'm not flexing and extending through my cervical spine. I'm keeping it pretty much the same, head heavy, my hands. The other thing is the elbows. Often I see people move their elbows way back, but if you move your elbows way back, your shoulders will shrug up. So you want your elbows in your peripheral vision. You'll probably notice that whole time is why I'm here. You can't really see my face because my elbows are forward, and you want to keep those elbows a little bit forward because it's a way for you to cradle your head and neck more properly without shrugging your shoulders up. So that's Pilates, there's a lot more variations you can do on that one, but that's kind of the first idea of when you're starting to practice. If you're wanting to really get more flexible through your thoracic spine, if you want to get out of your neck, if you want to not always use your glutes with your belly and you want to work on more flexibility through that upper back, through those upper abs, this is a great routine. It will make you sore in those upper core muscles if you do it every day, and it will help your posture, because don't forget, we're extending back over that ball, okay? So extending back over that ball gives us a place to really open and work on that better posture for our head, neck, and shoulders. So if you already have a Pilates practice or another exercise routine, this would be a great addition. If you're starting out new, I wouldn't start here. I would start with the 2 other videos with the Overball that I have done. I'd really do those a lot more. I'd even do some more beginning Pilates mat work before you would add this to your routine, because going back over that ball, especially if you tend to be stiff or have any head, neck, or shoulder issues, is much more of a challenge. But this is a great addition to the Pilates work, and it really is great if you find yourself sitting a lot for long car rides or sitting at your computer desk. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day.